Okay, hey guys, so today is day 30 of Road to Grandmaster. Okay, so we already done it a month, right? 1 month. Okay, so today I'm gonna do the same topic. Okay, so before that, I would like to answer the puzzle yesterday. So this is the first question. Okay, so the answer is draw. Let's see how. So knight c3 is the most natural move. And then here comes the brilliant move bishop b5, the only move to save the draw. Now you might wonder, alright, there's 5 square, so seems like it will be a draw. However, in this case, the king is in a unlucky placement. So let's say you go bishop e8 here, knight d5. For instance, bishop b5, knight b4, followed by knight c6. So you have to go bishop e8, and now knight c6. You realize that black is in zugzwang. Alright, he can't move his bishop because of d7. He can't move his king because there's no move. Alright, so let's say in this position play king here, it's the same thing, knight b4. Now you still can't move your bishop because of knight c6. So the only move for the king is king a8 and then knight c6. And it's the same position. So the only move is bishop b5 here. And this move saves blacks because knight takes b5, it will be a stalemate. So after bishop b5, like let's say knight d5, king a7, knight b4, intend to play knight c6, then bishop e8, check. And after king a6, then the king is free. And then the position is draw because now, yeah, this is a typical draw because the bishop has 5 square, a knight and king can only control 4 square. So the bishop can control this, prevent the pawn move from this diagonal or this diagonal, and it will be a draw. Right. So this is the first one. Let's move to the second puzzle. So this is the second puzzle yesterday. So in this position, the answer is white win. Alright, so let's take a look at this position. So the bishop is ready to control the f8 square with the move bishop b4 or bishop g7. So there's 2 diagonal. Alright, so on b4, white wants to go white. The only way for white is to interfere the knight on e7. Right, interference. So the bishop on b4, we want to put the knight on e7 to block that diagonal. If the bishop is on g7, the only way to kick the bishop away is by driving the knight to f5, and then white wins. So there's one single and unusual way to do it with the move knight to g2. Bishop b4, check. If you play it like bishop g7, then knight h4 followed by knight f5, white win. If let's say you play king g6, okay, check, king g5, knight f5. Right, you can't take because we promote queen with a check, so check, and now knight d6, and then there's no way to stop white promote to a queen. Now if you play something like bishop b2, and it will transpose to the main variation. So knight g2, bishop b4 check, king e8, and bishop a3. And the idea of bishop a3 is to prevent some fork like this, king g7, knight f4, king f6, and knight d5. And that's why you play bishop a3 here. But then we play knight f4 or knight e3, both work with the idea of knight d5. So knight f4, king g7, knight d5, and there's no way to stop knight e7. So for instance, you play some bishop move, knight e7, and the next move we're gonna promote to a queen. If let's say you play some bishop f8, okay, knight e7, zugzwang. The bishop like can only take the knight, and then king takes, we promote. The king have to move somewhere, then we can take the bishop. So zugzwang, white wins. Alright, so yeah, this is actually white win. The only way is knight g2, which is quite amazing, quite incredible. So let's go to our main topic today. So today topic is really easy, right? And yeah, I assume it will be a quick video lah, because it's really, the topic is really easy, right, and simple. So it's, the topic is cutting off the knight, right? So if the knight is on the edge of the board, the bishop can basically just like arrest him, right? So bishop e5. So this is a very typical way. You put the bishop 2 square away from the knight, and it covers all of the possible move of the knight. Okay, the bishop control all of the possible move of the knight. So bishop e5 and white wins. Let's see, king e7, king c5, king d7, and d6. Important move. Not king b6, because now blacks have this little tricks with knight f6. Now he threatens to take a pawn. He's threatening to take a pawn. If you push, okay, then knight again want to take a pawn. So if you take, then king d6, then there's no way to protect the pawn, and it's a draw. So d6 is an important move, and then king c6 takes d7, and white win. Right. So this is what we call like cutting off the knight. Okay, now let's see some practical endgame. This actually happened in a real game. Right, so sometimes it is not necessary to arrest the knight. It is enough to cut it off from the main threat or conflict. For example, from the passed pawn, right, as in the following example. Okay, so this example, okay, so in this position, h4 good move, create a passed pawn. Takes. Knight e5, you have to stop that passed pawn. Okay, in this position, bishop f5. Alright, now to prevent knight g6 and knight g4. Right, because we simply want to push the passed pawn. Alright, so however, blacks now can immediately play the move knight f3 and win our pawn. Alright, so oh, and also by the way, d7 square. Right, the bishop covers d7 square. So let's see. After knight check, king f2. Yes, it is true that the knight can immediately remove that pawn, but then it comes under arrest. Right, so we just trapped it. Next move. Right, so the knight is trapped. Knight g6 was playing again, and okay, we just take an f7, white win, black resign. Alright. Now let's see some tragic comedies. Okay, here's the position. It happened in a real game. So in this position, black play knight e8. A mistake that is hard to explain. Right, almost any other retreat by the knight would have lead to an uncomplicated draw. Now black lose. Let's see. So king, because you're putting your knight like 2 square from the bishop. So the knight is all the knight movements is covered by the bishop. Where it's hard to explain because the knight can go to g7. Now it seems good. Alright, in this position, king g5 is played. G7, king h6, and now even your knight cannot even get out. So your knight is under attack. Knight e8 is forced. G5, and black's in zugzwang, white win. The knight can't move the king, so the king have to move, and we just take the pawn, and it's just completely winning, and that's how black lose the game. Alright, so yeah, so basically that's for today, and as usual, I'd like to give some puzzles. Alright, so in this position, it's white to play. What would you play here? Right, that's the first one. Second one. Right, this is the second one. Again, it's white to play. Right, white to play and win. Alright, so that's all for today. Hope you guys enjoyed, and hope you guys learned something. So thanks for watching, and take care.